Shumakenge, Siko Mimi Africa, Monday morning thing, Love Unpacked, week 10. Hey, I'm not looking great because I'm not great. Last week we were talking about building self value. I want us to visit I want us to visit a different angle of this, right? I want us to visit a different angle of this. I hope it's a short video because I think the point is short and so I'm sad. And I'm not sad because something bad happened. I'm sad because in this journey of love unpacked, um, the more we talk about, the more is revealed, and the more we have these conversations with each other, the more we reveal about about our state. I can't even. So I had a conversation with my friend about how she's always been able to aim high um, in her relationships and looking for partners. There's certain things. My friend is very rigid in her ways, and those things, her ways work for her. Right? And so I personally have been, especially with romantic relationships, very flexible with my boundaries. But I want to talk about this. The reason I was flexible with my boundaries is because I didn't think I'd get to set high standards for myself. I think in one of the videos coming to this one, I talked about how one of my biggest traumas is my relationship with my mom. You know, it was a tumultuous relationship. Uh, Even just talking about it, sometimes it gets me hurt because I could never reach her expectations. You know, it took me a long time for me to realize that she was that hard on me, and she was a perfectionist because she wanted the best. You know, when she said, "Where's the 2%?" when I came with a 98%, she wasn't saying I'm not enough. She was saying you're capable of getting 100, but I was hearing you're not enough, and so I've always carried this blanket of not enough, and so I'm going through this thing where because I decided to treat myself like maybe, possibly I'm enough. The universe is responding in that way. Um, the treatment I'm getting from the people that matter, maybe the treatment hasn't changed and my awareness has changed, is showing me that possibly I'm worth more than what I think I am worth. Possibly, you know, possibly my seat is a little bit higher than where I placed it, where I think it is. Possibly there's a place for me in the world that I fill and fulfill, you know. It's not a wasted seat. Possibly that my presence in this world is not a waste, that people can see that value, you know. I find myself in a season where the people that are in my life right now are people that I don't have to prove points to. The people that are in my life right now are people that I'm not fighting to stay in their lives. And I don't know how to take this. You know, when I get you or I take a pretty picture and I set a powerful caption, I I'm rebelling against my natural state. My natural state is self doubt. My natural state is I am inadequate. My natural state is I'm not smart enough. I'm not enlightened enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm not pretty enough. So I want you to understand that when I'm doing this in the picture and I've done my makeup and I'm like, oh, but I feel pretty today. That is rebellion. I don't know how to receive compliments. I'm uncomfortable. And even people think I'm rude when I get compliments. I'm like, it's not that big. I'm not being humble. I'm not being humble when people give me compliments and I'm like, it's not a big deal. Because to me, I don't see that value. And I'm so used to being around people that will not acknowledge that value that I came to believe that it doesn't exist. So, like, I'm not crying because I'm down in the dumps. I'm crying because, like, in my life in this season, I'm experiencing a support that I don't think I deserve. You know, I have people in my life that make promises and keep them. You know, I don't know if we're gonna call this an episode or a discussion. Maybe this is just like a vlog, a video diary. And last week we were talking about self value and not being in places uh that don't enhance who you are or upgrade who you are, and not being around people um that don't reflect or expand your life. Staying away from people who diminish your life, staying away from people who take away from your shine, stay away from places and things, you know, not engaging in things that take away from who you are. And the reason I was able to share about that is because it's what I've been doing. I've been getting some very intricate help. Um, I've been getting some very intricate help, and I'm on a different journey. And guys, like I've been seeing miracles for the last couple of weeks, many areas of my life, and maybe some of that. I think Bruha calls it aura work, energy work. And there's a lady, Bruha T Maggie, I think Bruha T. Check her videos out, guys. Crazy stuff. So she talks about a lot of things that you can do to change who you are and how you see the world. And in changing who you are, then the world reflects what you've been doing. So it means that if you're doing stupid things are going to be reflected in your life. But if you're doing like light work, or work, if you're doing like things that make you stronger, strengthen your frequency, then the world reflects that to you. So I think maybe up until now, the energy that I was sending out was um I'm unsupported, I'm uncarried, I'm not cared for, I'm not valued. And so when I actively started within myself trying to fix that broken part in me, um, then I started seeing being supported. Um, those phone calls that I make to everyone to check if they're okay, I was starting to receive them. You know, when people come to me with good news, I celebrate like it's my good news. I share in people's wins, and there's some people that are in this close knit circle of mine, and if in that week they didn't do well based on whatever their goals were, and I came back and I said, look, I did well, they would celebrate as though it's their win. And for me, that's new for me, right? I'm not used to being celebrated by people close to me. And I guess what that means is that I've always been caring for people who don't care for me. I care for them and they value that, but they don't care for me. So good news, my good news doesn't matter to them. So what I'm saying is long video again, but let's cap it before 12 minutes. What I'm saying again is that self-value doesn't fall on your lap. There's a lot in our society, a lot in our families, a lot in our relationships that is actively working against you valuing yourself. Because there's a benefit that I'm gonna say lower frequency people have in you thinking that you are less than. Because they get to stay on the level that they are at and then benefit from what you bring. And because they're not interested in growing, then they use it and it doesn't do anything for them besides what they got in that moment. You know what I mean? So when you come into a space where people are meeting you with the energy you're coming with and you're elevating, it's always going to be elevation. You know, like I said, it's not a sad video because like, oh, I'm going through trauma. No, no, no. I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time, but I'm in disbelief about my good time because there's a part of me that thinks that I'm not worth it. So if anyone of you, if anyone can relate, let's have a conversation about this, guys. Let's heal. Inbox, DM, comment, share, call, WhatsApp, all of these things. Let's talk, guys. Hey, I think me, I'm done being broken, guys. So done. I'm so done. Oh, let's heal.